Where did the phone, dude? Okay, cool. Woo!
Halloween candies.
Piss and Vinegar.
And
Wilson!
Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos! Hello and welcome here to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are coming to you at the speed of sound on these sweet, sweet airways from the Hexapod Soundhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Luke, and I'm joined by my co-host, Nick.
Hey, happy to be here for the 91st episode. That's 91 episodes of the Velocity Chaos Podcast. This is going to be an exciting show. Exciting. It's exciting. But I want to welcome to the show DJ Smoove.
Smoove moves. Got all the smooth tunes.
Oh, my bad. Smooth Jazz. Bro, that's your cousin, bro. Smoove Move's your cousin.
Yeah, man, we got Smoove 1, 2, and 3.
Well, Smoove is here with us, and we're happy to have him here. But, Luke, tell us about what's going on in the show today.
Oh, we got a whole heap of things happening. We got some Master Debaters, Hot Master Debaters topic coming up for you guys. Then we're going to check out, right before we hit Halloween, I want you guys to be giving out the best candy. We're going to see what's popular out there with the candies. Then Nick just found something out with Wilson! And then we got a fresh new segment about idiots and idioms. That's us. And those things right there. And just a reminder for our returning listeners and a note for our new friends here at the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We explore the highest heights of human knowledge and the lowest depths of crude humor. Our mission is to tickle that pink thing between your ears, poke that frontal lobe, or sometimes just smash the laugh box. So hop in and buckle up for an infotainment ride across the airwaves.
Real quick, before we get into it, a reminder to follow us on Instagram, Velocity Chaos at Pod, and on Facebook. Also, drop us some stars on Apple Podcasts, some love on Spotify, and toss us a sub on YouTube. Thanks, as always, for your support.
All right, so we are going to hop into our kickoff segment to get the noodles going, to stir up the pasta, to mix up the oatmeal. With maybe some raisins in there. We're going to play Make the Connection, where Nick and I are going to be given two words, and DJ Smooth Jazz.
It's Smoove.
Oh, Smooth.
Smoove.
Smooth
Jazz.
Smooth Jazz.
Say some.
Some.
Say move.
Move.
Smoove.
Smooth Jazz. DJ Smooth Jazz is going to roll a couple of D6s, some dice, give us an amount of turns that we got to get from these two words. DJ Smooth Jazz, what you got?
Hit him with a D6. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
I peaked.
You peaked. We have a 6, and we have a 5, which we know is.
At least 6 plus 5.
Yeah. 11. We need to make it 11 turns, and I don't think we'll have any problems making the connection between great white sharks and Elvis.
That sounds fun. All right, so we'll kick this off. I'll give Nick Great White Sharks. Then in 11 turns, we have to get to Elvis. So, Nick, Great White Sharks.
Ocean.
Vast.
Space.
Time.
Less.
More.
Big.
Oh, how many we got? We got
4.
4 left.
4.
You said big?
Yeah.
Icon.
Musician.
I'm trying for what word do I want? King.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Musician.
King.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
I was trying to
Hey,
pick
King of
something.
Sharks, King of
Yeah.
Musicians. Yeah,
Yeah, we could have got that in one.
It plays. Yeah. Shark King, Elvis. All right, cool.
I was out of music. I was
That was
musician.
fine. That was fine. We had a lot of ground to cover.
Maybe frontman. Maybe frontman might have been.
We had a lot of ground to cover. It's all good.
Yeah. We had some time. But what we're gonna do here, we're gonna get into this first actual segment, Master Debaters, where DJ Smoove Jazz has something that's been tickling his mind for a while. He's Well, you take it over, Smoove Jazz.
Well, listen, fellas, I was hanging out with these cats over the Chaos League, and we were talking superpowers a little bit, and I was just talking about little abilities, things they could do. And one thing I really couldn't decide on, what they asked me, said, would you rather be able to travel, meaning run as fast as the speed of sound, or be able to jump halfway around the world?
Run at the speed of sound?
Run at the speed of sound, or be able to jump as far as halfway around the world?
Okay. Look, man, I like to move quickly. I like to get places quickly. And I'm all about, moving and grooving. So I'm running the speed of sound. I'm down for that all day.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, okay.
What you
No,
think. What
that's.
you think?
I mean, I see jumping. You could leap halfway around. That's 2 jumps. You're back to stage 1 in a matter of moments. Yeah, jumping, being able to jump up to halfway around the world. That is. I like that. That's prime. That is prime time, because you know what? With jumping, you get to see things. You get to see the sights. You get to feel the breeze in your hair. You're building up them quads. You're gonna have a nice tight ass that you get to show off. You got the strong legs. You got a lot of power in there that you're building. But jumping, you're above it all. You don't have to worry about traffic. You don't have to worry about stop signs. You don't have to worry about other people getting your way. You just jump right over it. You just jump right over everything else. That's why I think jumping up to halfway around the world, that'd be incredible travel power.
So I can't agree with you, because you're up there just floating around. You just want to go over and above all your problems. But here in America, we move forward. And we move forward one step at a time, even if that step is at Mach 1. And that's all I'm saying. Or Mach 5, whatever is faster than the speed of sound. All I'm saying, it doesn't matter. Numbers don't matter. Speed matters. And the faster you move here, the faster you get things done. And that's what we're all about here in America. So that's what I'm going to say is why I would want to run faster than speed of sound. Because that's what it's all about. The fastest are king. Those who swim fast, those who move fast, those who are fast in the brain, those people are the ones who win, and we're all about winning here in America. So if I'm running at the speed of sound, I'm beating everybody out here, and that's why that's why I think it'd be the best to run at the speed of sound.
Yeah, you could be the fastest, winning these races, but when I'm jumping halfway around the world, I'm above it all. That stuff doesn't matter to me. Your little races, and I'm taking the people up to the top, to the tippy top, where everyone wants to be, and not on the ground. I don't have to get my hands dirty. So if you want to move forward with me as your new man in charge, I'm going to take you on my back, and we're going to jump halfway around the world in one leap, in one bound, and we're going to forget about taking the little steps. We're going to take, John Glenn, one of those Armstrongs, that guy too, up there in the world. They're taking small steps, but you know what he did? He took a giant leap for mankind being up there on the moon, and that's what I want to do for you guys out there. Is I want to take giant leaps for mankind, for America, for every man, woman, and child out there.
I appreciate that, but it's just really just kind of jumping around. To me, it's kind of like Jack jump over the candlestick, Jack be quick, Jack be nimble, whatever the nursery rhyme is, because that's really what this reminds me of. This whole argument reminds me of a giant baby's rhyme from the nurseries, because they're one word for you. Olympics. The Olympics, the pride of a nation. There is no jumping contest. Well, there's a long jump contest.
There's a high jump.
No one cares. No one cares about
triple jump.
No one cares about the jumping jacks. People care about the runners. They care about the legacy of the marathon that is ingrained into our souls from the dawn of time. Whatever continent you were on, you were always running. Ancient people, they were running from tigers. They were running towards their loved ones. They were running away from their enemies. They were running, or vice versa. Who knows? If you have a crazy mother-in-law, you're running away from her. You guys know what I'm talking about there. But the point is that ingrained into humanity and ingrained into the pride of this country is the ability to run. And so I'm going to the Olympics. This guy, he can win the long jump or the jumping jacks or the leapfrog or whatever he wants. But I'm going to pull out the win in the 100-meter. I'm going to pull out the win in the mile. I'm pulling out the win. I'm pulling out the win in everything because I'm going to bring home the gold for you. National pride, America. That's what I'm going to do. One word, Olympics.
I like that. So you hit me with the nursery rhyme. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over the candlestick. So I want to make this a little more personal for you. Nick be nimble, Nick be quick. Nick jump over the candlestick. There's still more to this. If Nick would have jumped a little bit higher, he wouldn't have caught his dick on fire. So that's where I'm telling you, if you can jump over that candlestick a little higher, you know, you're running around, you can only do little hops. I can jump for miles and miles and miles. Olympics, wow. High jump, long jump, triple jump. Those three right there. Three powerhouses right there. Swimming, you know, if you're going in, you jump to the other end of the pool, get in, bam, turn around, you're already halfway. You're halfway. These are just small things if we're talking Olympics. But I'm talking about life here. You know, you can take all your little steps as fast as you want, but until you really sit down, build up the strong foundation in which you can launch your life from, you're not going to be ready for anything. So that's why being able to jump that great distance is having trust in yourself and trust around the people that nurture you, and you're able to strengthen and bolster because you have the quads. And my saying quads is you have the foundation and the strength within yourself to be able to take them as far as they want to go in life. And you know why? Because I see in you, the American people, anyone out there, that you do have the power to go anywhere in the world in just a single leap.
You know, I'm really going to break this down in one single fell swoop here. Van Halen. 2 words. Van Halen. Jump. The pop classic that's full of fluff and full of nothing. You got Jump. And then 2, you got Running with the Devil. Running with the Devil will go down as the better song in the history books because it is all about the endurance. Jump, that's just a little bit. You got Eddie over there tickling the keys, being all funky and out of fish out of water. It doesn't make sense. But when you got Running with the Devil, that's just a classic rock anthem, man. That's America wrapped up in a song. So you stick with me. You run at the speed of sound. You're doing it right. You're over there playing the pop culture king and being all fun and trying to top the charts with, you know, fake fluffery. It's not real rock and roll. That's them just trying to make some cash so they can go record the next song and have plenty of cocaine for their tour. So if you want to run with me and make the songs that really count, then you got to run at the speed of sound, man.
Dang.
Van Halen, 2 words. I'm up to 2 words.
When that synth hits, no, people love Jump. People love Jump. Everyone out there loves Jump. As soon as like that is gonna get your girl wet, is what I'm telling you. And you can run around your problems all day, but if you want your numbers to go up, if you want to climb higher than ever before, you will jump with me on this campaign. And that's right. I promise to you that if you jump on board with Luke here, jumping halfway around the world, our numbers are going to climb and profits are going to be higher than ever. And you're not going to look back at everyone else on the ground running in circles like little tiny ants because you're going to be in the clouds, high as a kite on, I believe you said cocaine. Yes, that's right. We'll be doing that stuff too.
All right, I got 3 words for you. Speed of sound. That's it. I can run speed of sound. You guys won't even hear me. I'm going to win this race because you're not even going to hear me. That's it. And that you got somebody up there who's jumping, you know, that's nice, floating around. But breaking sound barriers, doing cool experiments with NASA, you know, That's all I'm saying. Speed of sound. I'm up to 3 words now, guys. See, if you go with me, you'll see steady improvement. Up and up. 1 word, 2 words, 3 words. You never know what you're gonna get with me, except more. That's it. You're gonna get more.
Yeah, that's all I'm hearing is unpredictability. But with a nice jump, leap, you don't have anything in your way. You just have your future that you're going to be landing into.
Well, for me, I've made my case pretty clear, and I think it's pretty obvious that I should definitely get the vote for whatever it is we're running for.
Whatever it is.
Because if you think about it, we're really, running this race to the finish line.
See, that's the problem is you're running. I'm bounding this race.
Nobody jumps an election unless they're jumping out of it. But me, I'm running an election.
I've jumped right in.
It's a really tough game.
Like a pool.
Really, really tough game. And
think of how many twists and twirls I could do on high dives and stuff with my jumping ability. Now
you're jumping long. You're not jumping up.
Up to halfway around the world. That means I can go as far as I want, or
wow, or half a world up.
Yeah.
Hope you choke on it.
Hell yeah.
Well, with all these music references, I think the sky is the limit. I'm gonna have to jump halfway around the world on this one, fellas.
Cold-blooded.
Well, congratulations. Good debate. Yeah.
Good form, Peter.
Good form.
That was brilliant. That was so brilliant that it reminded me of that brilliant new game that we've been testing for that brilliant indie game studio that's downstairs. The new game is totally great and has everything you could want from the new RR technology. That's right, real reality gaming we're talking about here. It's amazing. You literally feel everything that's happening in-game because it's happening to you in reality while you're playing the new game. You could be running at the speed of sound. You could be jumping halfway across the world. Okay, one little caveat. I do not recommend getting shot in the first-person shooter section, but the romantic cutscenes are a blast. My goodness. Head on over to your preferred video game storefront today and use the code VC Pod Test Run to get your first season beta pass free. This is not an actual product, service, or idea. Just in case you thought it was, it's not. If there is something out there with the same name, we are unaware and have no affiliation, offer no judgment of the actual product, service, or idea. Bing, bang, boom. Halloween is right around the corner. We're going to have a Halloween themed episode coming up here in a week or two. And but what I want to do is for all you listeners who buy candy, do you guys give out candy at the front door?
Yeah, I try.
Yeah.
Got to.
So this is for all the people giving out candy. What do the kids actually like? What do they want? That homemade wrapped up wax paper?
Do they want that single Twizzler in a freaking sheet of plastic? Because that's at the bottom of my list. Who eats one Twizzler?
Yeah.
Seriously, I want to find that person and be like, I'm gonna put this Twizzler up your nose.
Yeah. Just. What is it?
Trying to stick it in somebody's nose and just keeps bending.
Where was I? I saw the greatest thing ever. It was like extra long Twizzlers, like 2 foot long Twizzlers. Yeah. I don't know what stopped me from buying it besides being an adult, but
the fact that you're an adult should have cued that. I can do whatever I want now.
Yes, there you go.
Every time I eat too much sugar, I start getting acne. So that's.
Oh.
I know.
Worth it.
I know it is sometimes, but if I could have, I
I
will at some point.
Well, we've established the floor, so let's go to the
Here's
ceiling.
the floor. Here is, I found a couple lists and I compiled them together of, the most popular Halloween candies. But before we get into that one, I kind of wanted to go, do you guys have some top 5, top 10 ideas of what you think are your favorite, and see kind of how we compare to the top. It doesn't have to necessarily be in order if you want
our favorite or what
let's
we
just
think
spit
the
them out. I don't have them ranked right now, but I have
just
the ones
toss
I like.
me. Yeah.
Reese's, that one's the number one.
Okay.
Reese's cup, just a single one.
Yeah, King Crunch bars for sure.
Okay, cool. I like I know it's weird and it's kind of I like bottle caps, man. I don't know why.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
a
know why,
sleeper.
but yeah, I like bottle caps.
Those are classics. You don't see those around too
Yeah.
much anymore.
You know, you put them on the table, crunch them up, and
Yep.
No, man, that's a different kind of bottle
that's
cap.
not how you eat bottle caps.
That's how some people do it.
You're a Pixie Sticks guy too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I forgot about Pixie Sticks.
Fun dip.
Fun
Fun
dip.
dip.
Ooh.
Fun dip.
Am I adding that to the list?
Fun? No,
Oh,
don't.
no. Okay.
That thing that was literally a piece of chalk that like you dunked
You
into the
The
bag.
chalk stick.
Stuck it in.
I just used my
Your
tongue
finger?
at that point.
Yeah.
Finger,
Or, yeah. Just tongue it out.
You guys remember Pop Rocks? Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
Chain.
Oh, Pop Rocks.
Is that on your list? No.
Put it on there.
Sure, yeah. Throw it on
Okay.
there.
Come on.
Both of you?
I like Pop Rocks.
I mean, is that what you're expecting to find in your Halloween candy?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but maybe back in the day because that stuff is
All right,
pure
so-
sugar.
Yeah, yeah.
Skittles are probably there. Those are
Okay.
probably
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Skittles are
And
like-
Butterfinger,
Okay.
mini butters.
Not a fan. Not a fan. But
Not for everybody.
Is
but-
Skittles on your Nick list?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay. Let's say Kit Kats are hands down
Mm.
probably the favorite
Okay.
DJ candy.
I've never. Yeah. It must be the jingle, but I've never been a Kit Kat person.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste.
Yeah, they're not bad. I'll eat them. You put them in front of me, I'm definitely gonna smash them. I like the white chocolate ones. Those are cool.
Oh. Here, I'll name the ones that I kind of came up with. So I like Take Five's my number one candy bar.
Okay.
It's peanut.
Is that relatively a young candy bar compared to the rest
think
of them?
so.
Yeah. It's only
Young-
been around.
It's
Young in popularity or been invented.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
okay.
it's been around that long.
no, not maybe the last 15 years or so.
Maybe.
But yeah, it's like pretzel, caramel, cookie, chocolate. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's all good. It's like
Oh.
it's like a Supreme Twix.
Big one that sorry.
Yeah.
Snickers.
Ooh, classic.
Yeah.
Baby Ruth used to go hard. I don't know how Baby Ruth's do.
I like Baby Ruth. I like
Yeah.
a Baby
Yeah.
Ruth. Payday. I like Paydays.
Paydays.
And I've
bomb.
been getting here. You're talking about being an adult with like acquired tastes of candy. I think Almond Joys are like the adult candy where it's like I can be decent eating this. It's probably still as bad for you, but
No.
Three Musketeers.
Oh, good call.
But here's the thing. I can never.
What?
I still now say I don't like Three Musketeers, but when I see them, I like need it. I need to have it for some reason.
The floofy nougat.
Yeah, the fluffy nougat, the fluffy nougats.
This is what I found out is that Snickers are just Three Musketeers with peanuts in them.
Yeah.
And a little bit of caramel. So I was like, let's just go for the Snickers. A little texture in there. You know?
That's why
I
it's like-
prefer a Snickers.
Floofy Nougats. Isn't that your lead guitarist in
Should be.
your fishing band? Your
Yeah, Sticky Fishing.
Sticky Fishing.
Floofy nougats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Floofy Nougats, lead guitarist.
Yeah. So yeah, Twix. That's an obvious choice for me. Right side.
Twix.
Right side Twix.
Okay.
Reese's. Classic. Payday, like you said. Payday's money.
It is. I like Payday. I like a good Payday.
Oh, you know what's going to end up on that list? Nerds.
Nerds.
Bro.
Nerds.
Hell yeah.
Dude, classic nerd split box. That's the way. You know,
Oh,
get
the
sides.
split box.
dude.
Yeah.
Do you ever have a nerd rope?
Dude, nerd ropes were my favorite. Let's go.
Let's
Oh, yeah.
They get the best of be a
That's-
gummy and nerds.
But that's like a deluxe house. If you got a nerd rope in your Halloween bag,
Those people are going hard.
Yeah,
they go
those-
hard in the paint.
they're like
Those are dentists.
that's the godfather of the neighborhood. Yeah. they're dentists.
Before we get into our list a little further, any king size thing is just like big dick swinging. Like
Oh,
if you throw
yeah.
a king size,
Here's an apple.
yeah.
Here's
you're
the move.
egged.
You know what you do is you do the whole like kid. If you have a kid, they do the candy bar donation thing where they got to go around hey, they got to buy a box of 100 candy bars and they have to go sell them. Instead, you just say, hey, just keep those at the house and then you use them for the Halloween candy. Bite the price tag because it's probably cheaper than buying at the store.
Bro, that's a baller
Hey,
move right
hey,
there. I might try that.
That's DJ. That's some smooth jazz right there.
DJ discount in the house.
Peanut M&Ms. That's another one of my tops. Just candy in general.
Nice.
Here we get into some non chocolate Jolly Ranchers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Jollies.
That's like just a smooth like classic, like not too out there, but it's just good.
It's filler candy
good
where
hard candy.
like somebody just throws a handful of stuff
Yeah.
in your bag. It's 25-30% Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
Always.
Blow pops. You You're not into suckers?
I'm hit or miss on that one.
Suckers are one thing, and then the chocolate thing in the middle.
No, it's gum. Blow Pops are
Well,
gum.
you're
You
thinking
got
Tootsie
Tootsie
Pops.
Pops.
Tootsie Pop,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Tootsie Pops no go.
No, see, I'm on the opposite fence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Runts. Runts, I like the Runts.
Runs.
Wonka.
Oh,
You
yeah.
You get them in the little twisty quarter machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crunchy fruit ones.
Yeah, they got the fruits.
Yum.
And then my last out of 10, Mr. Goodbar. Just a solid class. It's like a Hershey bar with peanuts.
Okay.
Hmm.
Nice.
That's yeah. So I'd say that. I mean, who knows how finite that is? But those are about 10 that I like.
Bro, you got me craving Halloween now.
It's coming.
Bring it on.
It's coming. You guys got any to your list that you might want to add before we get into the
All of yours.
candystore.com?
Dude. Okay, this is probably a couple people angry. Duds. Milk duds.
Milk duds. Yeah.
Milk duds. Interesting.
Did you guys ever get down on that? Like I was like, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I've probably had them. I don't like the malted milk balls.
What? You don't like Whoppers?
Whoppers.
See, yeah, I'm
Nice.
gonna miss
I don't
Whoppers
like
too.
getting them in my Halloween candy.
Okay.
I'm fine eating them, but I don't like getting them in my Halloween candy.
You like getting them for free.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to pay for my Whoppers. I know you don't like them, but I did like Dots. Or I do like Dots.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna come to me. I just had it and I forgot. So if you want to get into your top,
Yeah. So looking here at the these are the according to candystore.com, according to their numbers.
Oh, I remembered it.
Yes.
Warheads.
Oh,
dude.
That's a nice one.
Just swallow his bad boys whole.
Dang.
Oh, well, yeah, because you just like get it down, and then your like throat's like
Unaffected.
yeah. So warheads, and then the occasional airhead. I dabble.
Yeah,
I dabble.
airheads.
I
My
dabble.
Dude, my mouth just like pulsates.
Exactly, I'm just like-
whole red. It's like sugar is too much. No.
Did you just eat them or did you roll them into a ball? I rolled my airheads into a ball.
Depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay.
If I'm sucking it, I like to just have the flat, and then if I'm chewing it, I'll roll it up.
Yeah.
But the airheads, there's always the warheads. There's always a debate which was the most sour. And I think it's the blue raspberry.
Possibly. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't.
Black cherry was pretty rough too.
They all tasted the same. It was just extremely sour. All right, so let me hit you with the
go for it.
least favorite or worst candies, and DJ Smoove Jazz not gonna be happy with number one, but we'll come here. 10 black licorice,
Yeah.
good and plenty.
Oh God, I hate that.
Yeah, Tootsie Rolls,
What?
Oh, I like Tootsie Rolls.
maybe. Nah, Mary Jane's. I'm not sure what those are. Wax Coke bottles,
Ugh.
Necco wafers,
Oh.
Smarties.
What list are you looking at from like 1957? Like,
Yeah, well,
what?
they barely make these anymore.
Okay.
Smarties.
Smarties, I can get down
Yeah.
on Smarties.
Yeah,
every now and
definitely
then.
down on
Classic.
Smarties.
It's a palate cleanser.
What was there were Smarties that were like kind of like bottle caps.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then there were the ones that are chewy. Are they just
Those are Spree.
Spree?
No,
Oh.
Spree. Well,
Chewy Spree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chewy
the
Spree.
chewy ones,
I
yeah.
love Chewy Spree. Bro, I'm raiding the drugstore after this. I'm going straight to the drugstore. Just gonna go down the aisle with my arm in the shelf. Just right into the
No, wait
cart.
till November 1st.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
done.
right.
Peanut butter kisses at 3. Circus peanuts. Not citrus. I was like,
who gets circus peanuts?
yeah,
on
this
for
is why that's
Halloween?
number 2 on the worst list.
What was
Psychos.
the one right before that? Peanut butter.
Peanut
what?
butter kisses. That
Oh.
sounds like it could be good.
Is it okay?
But candy corn, number 1 worst.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. Smooth jazz.
Bro,
Wait, these are the
I
ones we
think-
don't like.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Who's okay? I don't know, man. If anybody ever give it a chance, they're just like, oh, it's candy corn. It looks weird. Like,
Maybe.
come on, candy corn goes hard, dude. It goes hard in the paint.
Well, really sell us on this. Come on.
Like,
Really
it gives you like 3 options. You got the orange part, you got the yellow part, and the white part. You could hand full it. You don't have to hand full it. It could come in a bag. You know, you could melt it all into one chunk. You leave it in your pocket long enough. Then it's king size. So, candy corn. Get up. Hey,
Sold.
make it a comeback.
This is now actual product service idea. That's what it was.
It's not.
So I'm going to hit you guys with the most popular.
Here we go.
This is, do you know what's popular? This is the most popular. I have the best candies like listed from Candy Store, but here's most popular. Number 10, candy corn. So it's up there.
Whoa!
Even though it's the least favorite, it's one of the most popular.
Sits right in the middle.
Yeah. Tootsie Pops. So, you know, you're on the board. Classic Snickers. I feel like that would be, you know, one of the highest.
I said that one.
Hershey Kisses. I'm not a fan of getting those in a
No.
in a
Not in Halloween.
Halloween candy.
They're like
it's too
Christmas.
susceptible.
They're like more of a Christmas.
Yeah,
candy.
yeah, I feel that. Maybe especially with the almond.
You're at a party, you need a little something. Yeah.
Yeah. Sour Patch Kids.
Oh,
That's number 6.
yeah. They've come out of like the past into the now.
Yeah.
Like, because they were never a thing for me when they were growing up, but now kids, all they want. There's like candy. There's like Sour Patch Kids Pop and Sour
geez,
Patch
really?
Kids, like stuffed animal. Like they're creating a whole media brand around Sour Patch Kids. It's weird.
Hot tamales.
Oh, gosh.
I don't
They
know.
are made by the same
Yeah.
company that makes Mike and Ike's.
That's right. We learned that.
In Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Look at that.
Look
Little
at that.
factoid.
Look at that.
Party knowledge.
All right, let's get in top 4. Starburst.
Oh, how do we forget Starburst?
Yeah, that would be a good one to add.
I like Starburst.
Love those, dude.
Yeah.
Tropical flavor, dude. The purple wrapper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, you get the twin packs for Halloween, like the 2.
Yeah, and it's always
Yeah.
like like I know some people will go, do you want your pack or do you want to swap?
Yeah.
Because some people really don't like certain ones. I'll eat whatever, but most people are like, just don't give me the yellow ones. They get a double
Yeah,
yellow.
yeah, you
You're
get
like,
the double yellow.
They swap. Yeah, you got the double yellow.
It's all the same.
Man, growing up
M&Ms
without cell phones was great.
Yeah. M&M's at number 3.
That's a great.
Yeah. It didn't matter.
We were punking each other with double yellow Starburst.
Got you.
Got you.
Look what came in your bag today. Double yellow Starburst. Got him.
Just dump a whole bag of double yellow Starburst on it.
Dang, what a sad day.
It's not even banana. It's like lemon.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. M&M's at number 3. I don't know if that's peanut involved, but yeah, peanut's superior in
Gotcha.
my book. Skittles at number 2. And Reese's Cups, like you said, that's number 1.
Yeah, dude. Reese's Cups are upper echelon for sure.
That's like that's the filet mignon of candy, in my opinion.
Yeah, the Filet Mignon. So those
That's
are,
your drummer. In,
yeah, Filet Mignon and
sticky fishing.
and Floofy Nougat.
Filet mignon.
So here they did before we get out of here, they did a poll. So here's the best Halloween candies. Number 10, Nerds. 9, Butterfingers. Hershey Bar. Twix. Kit Kat. Sour Patch Kids. Snickers. Top 3, we have Skittles, M&M's, and Reese's Cups. So there is that information for you. So if you're out there, Reese's Cups are going to be a good pick. I did have one from the Thrillist. Thrillist had another one that looks a little more candy, so I'll just read you these top 10. Hershey Bar, Reese's Pieces, Nestle Crunch, Mr. Goodbar, 100 Grand, Butterfinger, Kit Kat, Snickers, Twix, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. So yeah, those are a couple lists for you. We'll put those in the show notes, but you can't go wrong with Reese's. M&M's and Skittles seem like they're up there. Sour Patch Kids, if you want to get the kids all hyped up on sour and sweet.
Gotta be careful with those.
And eat your candy corn like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I'll have to try it. We'll have to
Halloween.
try it maybe.
It's Halloween.
Halloween episode, maybe we'll try candy corn.
It'll make you grow up big and strong. Just like DJ Smoove Jazz.
Smoove.
Wilson! Oh, man, dude. I bawled my eyes out the first time I saw Tom Hanks swimming after that volleyball. This segment has nothing to do with volleyballs, but it has a lot to do with the company Wilson. This is I just found this out segment because this just happened to me recently. This little bit of knowledge was dropped while I was watching that terrible Thursday night football game between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. One of the worst I've ever seen. But we're in the thick of it, guys. We're in the thick of football season. And I found out, get this, every NFL football is made here in Ohio.
Hey, look at that.
All right.
Little tip of the cap.
A little tip of the cap. I didn't know this, but Wilson, which is Wilson Sports Goods, which is based out of Chicago, Illinois, has their factory here in Ohio in Ada, Ohio. Is it Ada?
It's Ada. It might be Ada, but just every time,
would say
every
Ada.
time me and Ryan drive on the highway and see that, he just has to exclaim, Ada.
Ada. I think it's probably Ada. But it's in Hardin County, which is way out on the west side of Ohio, and it's really in the middle of nowhere. I looked at a map. There's nothing out there. Ohio Northern Uni is out there. Ohio Northern University.
Did we play a disco or not? Ultimate Frisbee tournament there?
I don't know if we did. They all look the same, bro.
Yeah, right.
Because they're all in the middle of cornfields. Yeah. So anyway, just to get into it, I went down a rabbit hole with this because Wilson obviously makes volleyballs iconically. They also make basketballs, which I found out that they took over it was Spalding for the NBA for a long time, and they just switched over 2 years ago.
Yeah, we just did a commercial with them, and everyone was like, "Was that a Wilson ball?" It's the weirdest thing to see.
I wonder if that's going to change the point scoring. What's the consistency going to be?
It's really interesting. I think they were in a contract. Somebody decided that it would be a good idea to go to patent leather, not real leather, and even people like Shaq were like, they need to fire this person. The players just didn't feel the same, but they were in a contract. So they went through the contract, let it expire, and then went over to Wilson. But then the more research I did, they actually just flip-flop between Spalding and Wilson just to keep the contract terms favorable. So they'll be back. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into footballs because this is crazy. And the story of this Ada factory is just really nice. Wilson, how many footballs do you think they make a year, even if you looked at the notes?
I did, but I would, yeah. I mean, you would think, is this specifically for NFL or just in general?
In general.
Yeah, you would think, how out of the States and stuff, Dick's Sporting Goods got to be lined with some, probably around $500,000 or something, probably generally.
Yeah. You got to guess, DJ?
Oh, I've lost probably $1 million in my lifetime, so I'm gonna say 1.2.
1.2 a year.
1.2.
It's about right in the middle. 700,000 footballs a year, which is insane.
That's a lot.
Because,
to be producing per year, that's
So to be producing a year, first of all, year over year, there's so many footballs that exist. But the idea is that they're not an easy thing to just make with a machine. I'm sure you could eventually design one, but they are so kind of intricate. Especially the high quality leather ones, that they have to be made by hand. So they're a product that require a lot of human investment of time. Maybe the synthetic ones, who knows? But
well, with that, even with that information, I would think that it's even less, 250,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
but
you'd
that's
think
even crazier.
So 700,000 footballs a year, just totally nuts. They are the official football of the NFL. This year is not correct. I don't think. I think in 1955 was when Wilson took over. Maybe the company before that was making footballs for the NFL.
They just got their balls everywhere. Got their balls in the NFL, balls in the NBA.
But see, that's what's interesting is Spalding and Wilson seem to trade off. Yeah. Wilson has had the NFL since the beginning.
What about tennis? They got their balls in tennis?
They drag their balls all over the courts, all over the fields. Yeah. They got them all over the place. Each team in the NFL gets 780 balls. Plus whatever their players got.
A year? Oh my gosh.
They don't just need one?
So no, they furnish them with 780 balls for practice, for really just a practice, and then game balls. So
when you got the Scottish Hammer coming in busting balls on practice punts, you're gonna get a little ticked off.
So you need that guy. He's either they're breaking them, they become deformed. Somebody forgets them out in the rain for a couple of days, they get warped or something like that.
Some of them are deflated.
Yeah. So for every year, they supply the NFL with 24,960 footballs.
That's crazy. Basically 25,000.
Yeah. And on top of that, then they give the Super Bowl winner, each player and every staff member gets an inaugural Super Bowl football. So they supply all those. So they really have the market cornered on NFL. And I know it's at the bottom, but they also have the NCAA contract. So they are locked in. Talk about, monopolies. We only care about tech monopolies and media monopolies. But when it comes to hard goods, if you got it, you got it. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, get Franklin in this mix. get some street balls that are $5 to $10.
Yeah,
I want to see the pros play with that stuff. And see how good they are.
Just fluttering in the air. Just Tom Brady can't throw a straight spiral.
You got your egg basketballs.
You're dribbling and all of a sudden it just goes off to the left.
Yeah, I want to see how good they are with that equipment.
we played when we were, in the kids in the neighborhood. We had the one kid got like this really nice. It was like this kind of carbon plastic one basketball. That was a great basketball. That was sweet. And it held up really well because the leather just inevitably just gets broken down.
Yeah.
So just to run through some things here that I thought were really interesting. 140 people. You can check out the Sports Illustrated article I pulled this from. It's in our show notes. It's a great article. 140 people work at this factory in Ada. So they employ 140 Ohioans.
That's about the whole town.
It's about the whole town. They say most everybody knows somebody who works at Wilson in Ada. And about 24 people will touch a ball. Like it'll go through 24 people.
Got to talk to HR about that.
The thing is though, even with all those HR complaints, they have a super high retention rate. Most people will average 20 years at that factory in Ada, and the only way that a job opening comes out is somebody retires or dies, or has an HR issue. But
too much excessive ball touching.
It takes 3 to 5 months for someone to get really good at sewing the football together. Like they say, like it's just a very intricate, like again, a hands-on thing that you're not just like handing people stuff and being like, just pull this lever. It takes real nuance.
Are they like surgeons where they got to practice on grape skin or something first, or
just watermelons
or oranges, like orange peels, like you can sew this back together.
So I want to see that stat of like all the trainees, like the trainees room where they just have a shoot of all their practice balls, and you can tell this is a basketball, idiot. It's gotta be oblong.
Yeah, it's oblong.
It's like the most immaculate basketball you've ever seen. Get out of here.
They probably run the Franklin factory too, and then it's that first 3 to 5 months. Are you going to work at the Franklin branch for now? And then once you're ready, you'll come over to Wilson.
They have like these huge ceremonies where they're just like, he's going to Wilson. He's going to Wilson.
Always knew he had it in him.
Why don't I ever get to go to Wilson? It's because you're dumb. It's because you're terrible.
Sit down, Jerry. You got 2 fingers. You can barely sew as it is.
You got 30 thumbs, okay? Like,
Omar, what are you doing here?
So it takes, I said 3 to 5 months for someone to get good. Some of their hottest day, like the hottest streaks that they have, 3,000 footballs in a day. They get pumped out, right? Like there.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. They called failed balls blems.
Oh,
I got one of them.
yeah, that's what they sell to regular people.
Yeah. No, I didn't have to buy this one. But anyway, the extensive retention at the factory, most people work there 20 years. There's this whole group of people in this. This is where we get into the nitty gritty of like the culture of this place, right? They're called the turners. All right. There are people whose sole job for 20 years or more is to turn footballs inside out.
Dang.
But they say that it's the hardest job in the factory because you're taking so they sew it together inside out, right? So you can get to the seams, and then they have to turn it inside out through the hole where the laces go. So you got these guys like who are just have insane forearms because they're just doing this. The audience out there is listening. They have to basically like grab it and turn their fists in to push it through that hole so that then the outside is facing out. Each of these turners will flip 500 to 600 balls a day, which is a lot of ball flipping. They bring in a lot of NFL players like to tour this facility because every NFL player plays with these balls.
You said it.
So they have these huge linemen come in, right? And they're like, all right, they send them over. They're like, oh, wow, look at all this place. They send them over the turners. And they're like, the turners are like, these 43-year-old guys, 52-year-old guys. And they're like, yeah, what's up? 400-pound linemen. Like, here's the football. Turn it inside out. And you just have these giant dudes just like failing at turning these balls inside out.
Popeye in there.
Yeah, Popeye, literally. They have a road. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, dude, those guys drink nothing but Bush Heavy every day. They just carry in their own 12 rack for lunch and then go home. They're like, I'm going to cut down a tree. Like, hey, where's your axe? I don't need one.
Karate.
Look out, man.
I wonder how wide receivers would do. Like if they might be better like grip strength or maybe even quarterbacks.
Not our receivers.
Not ours. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
named a road outside the factory after a guy who worked there for 43 years.
That's
A 43-year-old legend, Charles Moore. They named it Charles Moore Turn.
Charles turns more.
dude.
He turns way more. He turns a lot. The guy, the boss, I can't remember his first name. Regal is his name. He estimates that Charles Moore, in his 43 years, turned 5 million balls.
That's getting your hands on a lot of balls. And Jesus, that is impressive.
Ball master. But just like, I mean, you're retired. You're telling your grandson, Sonny, I've seen a lot of balls in my day. But don't let a ball stop you from reaching your dreams. 5 million balls, 5 million footballs. Do you know how many football players like have played with his balls?
He's got his hands on 5 million balls, and then 10 to 11 other people got their hands on his balls too.
Full squad of 11 men playing with his balls.
But all those 5 million times over 43 years, there's always someone different, probably.
Yeah, and he goes to work every single day, doesn't miss a beat. That's impressive, right? Employees get paid per piece to encourage quota, which really actually pays out, because they were talking to one lady who does the laces, and she's like, I was like doing like 30 balls a day. Now I do 150 balls. So like, I mean, you can scale up if you get really good, and you're just like, and you go up, you're making a great paycheck.
That's the kind of job you need. Is like, you go in and for 8 hours, but really you're only doing like 4 hours of work, and you get paid the same no matter if you're working the whole time or not. But this, quota based or like per article based, like you could go in and work 30 balls all day long, but if you really want to pull in the moolah, you're gonna be buffing out 150 balls.
Yep,
just pumping them out.
50 balls. And last but not least, they have the Ada Wilson Football Festival. And this is like their Chinese New Year, because it's like they have a ball drop, but it's like a 10-foot football that like goes down leading up to the kickoff of the Super Bowl. Because it's just like they have a huge festival on Saturday before Super Bowl Sunday. They play Rudy, they play Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Facing something. Anyway, they play all these football movies. And deep into the night in the town square, and then the next day they just like hang out, drop the ball, and like watch the Super Bowl as a town. So it was awesome, man, to discover this. I was really happy to find out. I think maybe I'll go out there to the Ada Wilson Football Festival. Just check it out. We should do it. Check it out.
God forbid we take another ball there. You show up with a Spalding.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're not finding our way.
Something
home.
from Walmart.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Franklin.
Yeah, where are the balls? Show me the balls. They sell like the Duke, which is like the one that the NFL standard football, for $150.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'll stick with the Franklin.
I'm going with that.
Like $12.
The rubber one that you buy at like a
Chips off.
Dollar General. Oh man. Well, you got to go. You can find them at any store. They don't come in cans. They're typically beautifully set out on racks. But you know what does come in cans? Canned heat. That last segment totally reminded me that I need to tell you guys about canned heat. We're getting into the fall. Super Bowl Sunday in the middle of January or February now, because we just keep pushing it back because we're adding more games. It's cold. It's getting chilly. If you are getting chilly this winter or this fall or this football season, need to warm up on a chilly summer nights, or just want a little zest in the bedroom, then you need to get yourself some canned heat ASAP, brother. The moment you crack the lid, canned heat will take it up a notch in whatever room you're in for about 5 minutes. It's the perfect answer to all your heat boosting needs. You can get a whole rack of big ass cans of canned heat for 34% off if you use the online order code VCPOD. Big cans at checkout. This is not an actual product service idea, just in case you thought it was. It's not. If there's something out there with the same name, we are unaware and have no affiliation, offer no judgment on the actual product service or idea. Boom. All right, guys. That was fun. Thanks for going through that with me. We're about to launch a new segment here. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. It's called Idiots and Idioms. We're the idioms. You're the idiots. Just kidding. It's reversed.
Scratch that, reverse it.
Scratch that, reverse it, flip it, reverse it. Guys, this is a segment where we are going to take idioms from around the world. We're going to break them down, see if we can figure out where they came from, what they mean to us, what they might mean to other people, and cite them in popular culture. So this week, it's one of my favorites. I decided to just start right off the top, kind of like Reese's Cups are the best. This one is one of the best. Piss and vinegar.
That's right. It's that hard grit.
We're full of piss and vinegar podcasters, right?
Hell yeah.
So this is kind of like the etymology. This is kind of like, what do you think it means? Where I'm going to kind of just walk it backwards. So any questions? Do you guys know this term? You know this? Piss and vinegar?
It's like having chest hair, right? You gotta like
Feel it, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Guys got it.
But like,
Yeah.
but worse.
Like the Minch.
yeah.
Got the chutzpah.
Chutzpah. Chutzpah. Yeah, so the word vinegar has been around since the 12th century, which is cool, 1100s, and has always been used metaphorically through, as a metaphorical example, through the tart and acidic liquid. Basically, because of the jolt of flavor it's often used in association with life and vitality. That's kind of it. Like, you have the piss and vinegar, like, you're kind of like all up and down.
Juiced.
You're juiced. You're jacked up. So, 1602, it was this term was found in a play from a collection of Return from Parnassus. By the way, there's this nice website, the Phrase Finder. I found a lot of these details out on them. I want to shout them out for their research because they kind of put a lot of this in. 602, the year 1602, it was found in a play from the collection of Return from Parnassus, and the quote is, "They are pestilent fellows. They speak nothing but bodkins and piss vinegar." So it's not quite what we're at yet, but it's the roots of this idiom. Later in 1922, it can be found in, wow, that's a long time. That's almost 300 years later. That is 300 years later. It can be found in Ulysses by James Joyce, the novelist James Joyce, the Irish novelist James Joyce, the Irish novelist. You can find this quote here: "All wind and piss like a tan-yard cat."
Is a tan-yard cat? Is that a type of cat, or is it a tan-yard cat?
It's one word,
Yeah.
so it's probably like
What do you think?
a tan-yard. Yeah. Well, yeah, tan-yard. What do we think that means?
So we're starting off with almost like a way more negative version of it. That's how.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you nailed it. So it's like people who, essentially, like, in this case, it's pissing vinegar. In the cat's case, it's like all wind and piss like a 10-year cat means kind of just like crumpy, but doesn't really care, apathetic. So that was 1922. But the same year, 1922, Peter B. Kyne's novel, They Also Serve, has a polite version of it in there. Quote, "He's full of pep and vinegar and wild for exercise." Yeah. So
Vitality.
a little more formal. You can probably use it in a parlor, speaking to a fine lady. Pep and vinegar.
Yeah, that was probably like, maybe some kids talking or, grown-ups talking, but then they were trying to, hold the language. And then the guy was like, "Oh, he's all full of piss and vinegar." And then his wife was like, "Roger." And, "Oh, sorry, all full of pep and vinegar, that one."
Young rapscallion, full of pep and vinegar. Dad, shut the up. Yeah, okay. Finally, 1936, author John Steinbeck, great American novelist. Pretty sure he's a great American novelist.
At least.
Rolled out the phrase that we know and love today in his novel Indubious Battle. Here we go. Here's the quote. "Listen, mister," London said. "Them guys is so full of piss and vinegar, they'll skin you if you show that slick suit outside." So essentially, I looked it up. This Indubious Battle was kind of like on the waterfront. It was kind of about labor organization, labor unions forming. And so I think it's really, again, talking about these young cats in the streets, full of piss and vinegar, not afraid of anybody, full of life. And it's just like, you go flaunting around the suit, they're going to just like take it from you.
kind of seem like antsy or like on edge almost, like they're just ready to explode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're hardcore. Like these guys, like piss and vinegar. Like I ain't messing with that guy. That guy has piss and there's vinegar somewhere mixed in.
Yeah. What do you put in your car? Gasoline? Nah, piss and vinegar. Bad boy runs on it.
That happened in that that Gerard Butler movie where he was like a video game avatar. Did you ever see this movie?
No, but it's familiar.
Like you get dropped like a care package. I'll never forget this. This is a wild scene, and he's trying to escape the battle zone of the video game because you can play as a real person in the video game, and you're shooting other people. And he knows it, and he's trying to get out. And so all the cars and all the vehicles that are on the outskirts of the map are all like empty, so that you can't just drive away and escape. So his care package, he orders from some kid like a full bottle of vodka. And he like drinks the bottle of vodka. He's like running around this battle zone like totally slammed until he gets to this truck, and then he pees into the gas tank and then drives away. And I'm like, okay, why didn't you just like save the bottle of vodka and just pour it into the tank?
Maybe
Why didn't you just ask for gas?
Yeah. Can I just have a canteen of like unleaded, please? Like, it doesn't even have to be fancy.
I'm 87.
Anyway, just really quick, Steinbeck rolled it out again because he liked it so much in 1938 in the iconic The Grapes of Wrath. And here we go. Grandpa walked up and slapped Tom on the chest, and his eyes grinned with affection and pride. Quote, "How are you, Tommy?" "Okay," said Tom. "How you keeping yourself?" "Full of piss and vinegar," said Grandpa. And that's it.
Classic grandpa.
Classic Grandpa. And you know what? I found that in general, older guys use this phrase.
Dude, they always have like some slang, dude. We had a driver at one time. We call him Crab. And he would just, I'd be like, "Crab, how's it going, man?" And it's like, "Still fat and sassy." All the time.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Crab.
Well, piss and vinegar.
Piss and vinegar, Crab.
So, do you guys know this from any pop culture stuff? I kind of compiled a quick list of some stuff.
Only thing I can think of that might ring a bell, and that's a little hint of what I'm thinking is possibly Rocky, like Mickey.
Oh yeah.
Like I know he says you're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure he probably said piss and vinegar at some point.
I didn't find it in Rocky. We'll have to go watch that one. I use this cool tool on the internet called playphrase.me, where you can type in a phrase and it brings up a bunch of movies that have used and the clips of that phrase.
Nice.
So I found it was in The Front Page from 1973, which I think was a newspaper movie. I didn't recognize who said it. Then The Eiger Sanction, 1975. Clint Eastwood said it. He's like climbing a rock, and some guy makes a smart comment, and he's like, "Oh, you're really full of piss and vinegar today." And he's climbing like a 8-foot ledge, but he's got a rope on, like he's climbing a mountain, but he's just like trying to climb this whatever. The Corruptor, 1999. Somebody said it to Marky Mark in a bar scene, and
I'd say it to Marky Mark.
he is full of piss and vinegar. That guy. Paranoia, the film Paranoia in 2013, said by Harrison Ford to one of the younger Hemsworth brothers, Liam, I think. And then in some movie called Alpha Rift, which came out last year, which I've never.
Dude, Alpha Rift? No.
Alpha Rift, bro, it slaps.
Never heard of it.
Slaps.
A whole cast full of piss and vinegar.
So hip.
And then in TV shows, I found two iconic ones. One you're really going to like, Luke. Let me read the one that I'm not as familiar with. 1994, season 5, episode 11 of The Simpsons, Homer the Vigilante. Grandpa Simpson. Here's the line. "I'll join. I'm filled with piss and vinegar. At first, I was just filled with vinegar."
Classic grandpa.
Yeah, exactly. And then one that I know is true and near and dear to both of our hearts, Luke. Futurama.
Yep.
2010, in the episode Proposition Infinity, Professor Farnsworth opening a story about his first love when he's debating Bender in about robosexuality. I gotta try to see if I can get my Farnsworth. "Oh no! Back when I was full of piss and vinegar, and my bed wasn't." That wasn't great, but I'll work on my Farnsworth.
Classic
I'll nail it later.
Farnsworth. Well, it's funny because it's both the same creators, so he's stealing from the same.
It's like Steinbeck.
Yeah.
Steinbeck used it in 2 novels.
Yeah.
What's his name? Used it in
Matt Groening.
Groening did it in Simpsons and then in Futurama.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So that's it. That's a little brief history, some pop culture references, piss and vinegar. Typically old guys running around saying, I like the phrase, but we might not have earned our wings yet on this one.
Yeah, we find a way to integrate it. Might need another decade or two before we start slinging that.
I guess you can only reference yourself using the phrase. I'm noticing it. Grandpa in the novel said it about himself. Farnsworth said it about himself. Grandpa Simpson said it about himself.
Yeah. But the other guy said those kids or other people are full of piss and vinegar.
Oh, yeah, true. And Clint Eastwood. You're really full of piss and vinegar this morning.
The other guy called Marky Mark out.
Yeah.
So is it an insult? I mean, or is it an encouraging thing?
I think it's a positive now.
Oh, at this point.
Yeah.
I like to think we're full of piss and vinegar.
Sometimes.
Pissin' and vinegar.
Don't be a hero, mate. You look after your mates, and your mates will always look after you. Yeah, cheers.
Yes, cheers to our island brethren and sisterin, the continent of Australia, where we go down to Australia and check in for our Australian news segment. This is what we do here. We cap off every episode with Aussie news, and I found one here. I'm going to call it cliff recognition. It's about cliff diving. They're getting no recognition. The world champion Rhiannon Ifland. She is 6-time world champion cliff diver.
Whoa.
And really no one in Australia knows about her.
She's Australian?
Yeah.
They wrote that song about her. Rhiannon.
Exactly that. Who was that?
Heart. Was
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac, yeah.
Yeah. What you said.
That's what I said. Fleetwood Mac.
So she's a 34-year-old, best female on the planet in cliff diving. And it's a scary thing. You're jumping, she says.
Because everyone else is dead.
Exactly. So.
You know how to get to the top of a sport? Make it deadly.
Exactly. Yeah. Everyone else is full of piss and vinegar because they're too afraid. Oh, wait, that doesn't work.
Yeah. You are. If you are the
if you
top.
do it, you're full of piss and vinegar.
That answers the question. Like I mean, in Australian terms, like if all your friends jumped off the cliff, would you jump off too? Yeah, Mom.
That's why I don't have any friends.
They all went first.
I'm the only one who aims for not the rocks.
Yeah. So she says it's like jumping from a 5th-story apartment block at the speeds of up to 85 kilometers per hour. With conversion, we know that is more than 7 miles per hour. So
She going fast.
going pretty dang fast. You got to judge the wind, waves, and most of the time you can't see the bottom of the water. So you have to assess how deep it is. So it's scary. I actually do have my dad's cousin back in Italy. They were doing like jumping off cliffs or something, got paralyzed from the neck down.
No.
Yeah, this was years ago.
That's one of my greatest fears.
Yeah, right. Paralyzed
Yeah.
or water.
Paralyzed.
Cliffs. No.
Cliffs.
Oh, paralyzed. Yeah.
All of it.
But I guess he was like a professor or something. Like so he's still
Must not have been that good of one.
yeah. Not a professor.
Because anyone with a college degree will say, that's a cliff. I'm not going to jump off that.
Everyone was doing it.
This is for the layman. This is for the uneducated masses.
Yeah.
Watch this one Australian lady probably has like 2 PhDs. It's just like one in physics, hopefully.
It's those adrenaline junkies.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like the waves come and like, sometimes it's low and sometimes it's high and you got to time it right.
Sometimes it's
rocks.
It's rocks.
Sometimes it's water. That's what they say. So
a coin.
yeah. So she said she's about to take out her 6th world champion. So she's 5-time world champion. She's about to get her 6th. She's pretty confident.
Nice.
Yet most Australians have never heard of her, but they are
That's
bringing. Yeah, sorry. They are bringing an event down to Australia. So
Well, I was gonna say in Italy, like it's a whole weekend event and people are on the boats and it's like sexy, in
Yeah.
Italy. And Is it just not that prevalent? It's not that big, I guess, in Australia.
Maybe there's not enough cliffs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm thinking about it. There's not that many.
Maybe it's that too many Australians would go cliff diving anyway.
Yeah.
Like knowing how Australians get down there, be like, yeah, you jumped in the water, mate. Great. Cool. I want to do that too.
Hold my Foster.
But
Belly
yeah,
flop from 5 stories up.
Have you guys seen those, like the extreme belly flop? Like,
Oh, I can't watch that.
it's great.
I'll
It hurts.
puke. It
But
hurts.
it's great. I love that. I mean, that just goes to show you in life, when you're out there and you're the only one doing it, you could be the best in the world before everyone else finds out. So just reap all the benefits that you can. Become 5-time world champion in whatever ball handling thing that you want to become champion in. Well, do it while it lasts, and then when everyone else finds out, you were the first one out there doing it, setting the bar as low as you want to set it, but you were out there making waves. And you're full of piss and vinegar when you're able to do that. You have such vitality and a fire lit under you that you could do whatever you want, because while some people like Charles Moore are in their factory turning 5 million balls, that could be you in whatever you're doing. You could be kicking balls. You could be bouncing balls. You could be stroking balls. You could be threading needles on balls. You could do whatever you want with the balls down in Ada. It's a job, probably. I don't know. We'd have to look up the career section, but when you really get to it, it's you might be snickering. I know. You might think that you can make $100,000. You might be betwixt the two things that I was thinking. There's kitten, there's cat, but really it's the peanut butter cups of life that people enjoy most.
All right, we're heading into our recommendation station here at the end of the show. We're wrapping it up, the 91st episode of the Velocity Chaos podcast. This is part of the show where we make sure that you do not walk away without a great recommendation from us. And this week, I want to recommend The Bear. The Bear is a show on Hulu. It came out this year, 2022, 8 episodes. It's already been renewed for a second season, and I can tell you, well-deserved. The synopsis: a young chef from the fine dining world comes home to Chicago to run his family sandwich shop after a heartbreaking death in the family. A world away from what he's used to, Carmy must balance the soul-crushing realities of small business ownership, his strong-willed and recalcitrant kitchen staff, and his strained familiar relationships, all while grappling with the impact of his brother's suicide. As Carmy fights to transform both the shop and himself, he works alongside a rough around-the-edges kitchen crew that ultimately reveals itself as his chosen family. If you are not hungry when you start this show, you will be after you watch this show. It is so intense how they weave the cooking and the kitchen style. They're not just like, oh, here's Food Network pre-prep dining stuff. Like, the chefs, the actors are in there. They're cooking brisket. They are making food, and it is awesome. It stars Jeremy Allen White from Shameless, who played Lip in Shameless. Eban Moss Bachrach, I think is his name.
That's a badass name,
dude. This guy has just hopped on my radar. He was in The Dropout, and he's played a couple other things. He's been around for a while, but this is his breakout. This is going to be his breakout. He's phenomenal as the crazy cousin in this. Also, Ayo Edebiri. I probably botched that, but a beautiful name regardless. I say witness her rise. She was in Dickinson on Apple Plus with Haley Steinfeld. But man, she has a breakout in this, very nuanced. And then finally, Lionel Boyce. I know it's an ensemble show, but these are the highlights for me. He did a tour on an Adult Swim show, but now, I think he's popping here, man. He's just subtle, wonderful. And again, I give all this cast so much credit for cooking while they're performing their lines and their acting. It's incredible. So, can't recommend enough. The Bear. Check it out before the second season gets here. Because it will be coming soon.
I thought you were talking about Magnum Pollux for a second, about The Bear.
The Bear. Best summer in the circuit. Get out now. Guys, great episode. Fun times. We got through a lot of really cool information. I think I learned a lot here. Yeah. I want to thank DJ Smoove Jazz.
Hey, thanks for letting me come out and play some good Smoove tunes for you guys today.
Man, you kept it fun. You were jiving with us. That bass line was tingling the whole way. Boom, 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 up and down, up and down. Guys, hey, it's been fun. We are now 8 episodes away from the 100th episode of the Velocity Chaos Podcast. What a milestone. I'm just happy to be here with my two guys, having a great time recording content for you all, trying to keep you guys entertained, whether you're in the car, you're on the road, you're on a run, running at the speed of sound. You know what I'm saying. None of that jumping stuff. But guys, whatever you're doing, whatever you're into, hey, do it the best you can. We're there to hear from you. Hope to do so. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next episode. This is Nick signing off.
And this is Luke signing off. Thank you guys all once again for showing up and giving us the vitality of life, the piss and vinegar to keep on going and putting this out because we enjoy it and we hope you enjoy it as well. If you have any thoughts, comments, concerns, or questions or topics that you want for the podcast, email us at velocitychaospodcast@gmail.com or comment on YouTube, something like that. But like we always say, just like candy corn, you don't have to be good to be popular. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We upload new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Interact with us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod or on Facebook and YouTube at Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are grateful for your time and hope you enjoyed it here. Please tell a friend, and thank you once again.